Life is short, but you don't feel it till it's almost over. You get about 77 summers if you're lucky. If you're 30, you've already burned through nearly half. How many actually mattered? Most people spend their days like they have infinite time, but every forgettable Tuesday, every I'll do it tomorrow, it adds up to regret. And if you're not careful, you'll wake up one day wondering where it all went. But it doesn't have to go that way. Because in the next few minutes, I'll show you how to stop wasting your life on days that don't matter and start building a life you actually remember. This isn't about doing more. It's about finally seeing which days count and never letting them slip by again. As a kid, a single summer felt endless, and now years fly by like months. That's not just life speeding up, it's your brain on default. There's a name for this, the time unit paradox. Your brain doesn't track time by clocks, it tracks time by newness. When you're young, everything is new, so time stretches. Your first sleepover, first heartbreak, first time riding a bike, everything meant something. Now, emails, laundry, responsibilities, your brain stops recording. And when it stops recording, time disappears. The scariest part, you rarely notice until you're 45, stuck in a job you don't love, wondering how your best years slip by. Most people don't know that routine is useful for efficiency, but destroys memory. It's like when you drive somewhere and suddenly realize you don't remember how you got there. You were awake, but you weren't present. And that's why last week feels like a blink, and why you can't tell the difference between April and August. You don't need more time. You need to make the time that you have feel full again. That starts by breaking the loop. New experiences don't just create memories, they pull you back into today. And that doesn't mean booking flights or chasing dopamine. It means doing one thing each day that breaks the default. A different route to work, a walk without your phone, writing instead of scrolling, calling somebody instead of texting. Small shifts snap your brain out of sleep mode. They say, this moment matters. And those small moments become the ones you actually remember. And time will start expanding again. So once you've created those small moments, what do you fill that time with? Most fill it with more boring tasks and productivity. That's like working out hard, then eating like garbage right after. You're putting in the effort, but effort doesn't mean progress. It just makes you tired. And there's no prize for being exhausted at the end of the day. So the next step is simple. Choose what's actually worth your energy. Ask yourself this: if you lived this exact day 100 times, would you be proud of what it built? Because most things stealing your time look responsible. Your calendar's full, your inbox is cleared, your chores are done. But deep down, you know none of it built anything real. You don't need to fix everything, just add something that you actually care about. A conversation that deepens a relationship, work that moves a goal forward, not just checks a box, time spent building something, not just reacting. All it needs to do is matter to you. That's what makes a day count. And if you want more days like that, you need a system that makes them repeatable. Have you ever had one of those days where nothing crazy happened, but by the end you just felt good? You knocked out a project that's been sitting for weeks, you hit a solid workout, and still made time for something that felt like yours? Something that really landed? Doesn't have to be perfect, but it felt solid. That kind of day that makes you think, if I had more days like this, I'd be in a good place. You can make that happen every day with 3 simple things. You do one thing that moves your life forward. Not catching up, not chores, real progress on a goal, a project, something you actually care about. You make one real connection, an actual human moment. Send a text to somebody you haven't talked to for a while. Give someone a call instead of texting. You look someone in the eye and really showed up. And you give yourself one pause, a walk focusing on your surroundings, a meal that you didn't look at your phone and enjoyed. You weren't multitasking, you weren't doom scrolling, you were just there. These 3 simple things make the day feel like it counted. And if you can do that consistently, you don't need more time. You just have to protect the important stuff. So let's say you've planned your 3 things. You're going to finish your landing page, text your brother back, and take a walk after lunch. Then your phone buzzes. It's a message from your boss, or maybe your mom asking about dinner on Sunday. Then you check one quick email, then another. And just like that, you're back in it. Back in the loop and back on default. Lunch gets eaten at your desk, the walk's gone, the message never gets sent, and the things that actually mattered that day, still sitting on a list, never happening. You might have been productive, but you didn't really move your life forward or break the loop. So how do you fix that? Block the time that matters. Not everything has to go first or at the beginning of the day, but it needs to be somewhere and on purpose. Text your brother before your first meeting. Take that walk before the afternoon slump hits. Schedule the deep work while your brain still has power behind it instead of when it fits in your schedule. Because if it doesn't actually have a spot, it gets squeezed out by everything that does. Then by 6, you're out of energy, out of time, and telling yourself, well, I guess I'll try again tomorrow. You don't need to book out your whole life, just the things that you really want to make progress on. Make sure that they've got a spot and don't let anything get in the way. You don't have to overhaul anything. You just need to stop letting days slip by doing one thing that matters every day and making sure that you protect it. And from here on out, you won't let another summer go to waste.